I want you to think for a moment about your biggest manifestation of desire that you want to bring in related to money, okay, related to clients, to your business. And I want you to write it down, okay? I want you to write it down in your computer or in a piece of paper, and just write down what is my number one goal in money or abundance for this year. Now, let's take that goal through this framework. So, how do you become a manifestation master? How do we go beyond the superficial teachings? I know today we're going to give you a unique blend of everything that I've learned in the last 5 years. And I'm very confident that this is extremely, extremely close as and pure as we're meant to do it. Okay. So let's start by attention. True manifestation starts with attention. Let's start by focusing on your goal that you have, that manifestation. Let's take it through this first category. So, as you are wanting this, right, where is your attention on a daily basis? I see a lot of the times, even though we want to manifest or create more money or more abundance, a lot of the times we still haven't mastered our minds enough to put our attention where we want it. And what do we want? We want to focus on the picture of the desire that we want. So if I want to create a YouTube video with a healing session that reaches 100,000 people, everything is going to change depending on where my attention is on a daily basis. So if I am still getting overtaken by my mind, if I still get caught up in a lot of stress or worry or overthinking, then my attention, my most important faculty of manifestation, is going to be fixed on the thing that I don't want. Applying it to my goal, what this means is I would be worrying and feeling, what if I don't get enough views? What if I get comments that are rejecting me? So if my attention and my mind tell me that I can't do that, JP, you can't have 100,000 views video. Who do you think you are? That was me in the past. I couldn't place my attention on what I wanted because my mind had me completely governed and my mind power was too huge and my true self, the real me, didn't have any power. So the first question is, where is your attention daily? Is it focused on what you want or on what you don't want? And then you have already an answer that's going to take you deeper into manifestation mastery. This is one of the most important steps, attention. Attention is everything. And then we have the second question, right? Can you firmly place your attention on what you want? I would call that self-mastery. A practical application for you, if you still see that you can't place your attention firmly on what you want, I want to invite you to still your mind at least 2 to 3 times a day and dedicate time to calming your mind so that then you can place your attention firmly on what you want, on that manifestation, on that reality that you need to see or feel in order to manifest it in your physical reality. Okay, so that is attention. So now check how cool this is. Desire turns into attention. Okay, so your desire, right? If you want more views or to serve more people on YouTube or for you to have more clients or scale your business or just attract more money, that is your desire, right? If you're able to feel that desire really deep, like in Napoleon Hill's work, a burning desire is a must. So where you really feel a desire, that's where your attention will go. Desire turns into faith, and faith becomes reality. If you keep your attention enough on your desire, it no longer becomes something that says, I can't, or maybe I will do it. It turns into faith. And when we have faith, we know that that manifestation will come, that that money will come, that that client will come, because it's almost like God or the universe or our highest self, which is the presence of God within us, has already shipped it first class in the mail. And our only duty and responsibility is to keep holding our attention on the desire. We must not give our power away to outer appearances or to time. We are just meant to go and on joyously, feeling this desire, turning into faith. And in faith, I've already received. I'm feeling gratitude. I know that I am that which I desire. because I am part of that oneness. When I know that I'm part of that oneness, I feel invincible. And in that moment, even if it doesn't instantly express as physical reality, there's nothing in the world. I want you to know that there's this point where desire turns into faith. And when you are in that state, nothing can stop you. And that's when faith becomes a reality because you know in every fiber of your being that it's coming and that it's already here. And that is the moment when all of the self doubt is consumed by the sacred fire which you are instantly. It's like the inner critic turned into a little mouse, and you're standing there victorious as the master. So desire turns into faith, faith becomes reality. So let's talk a bit more about desire. You need to make sure that this desire that you want for money, which is completely okay, the desire for expansion, is the desire of God within you. This true desire, you need to make sure that is coming from your heart, that is coming from God. And it is okay for God within you to desire more wealth, more abundance, more money, as long as the desire is constructive and it will help you expand, live a better life, serve more people, then you are good. You don't have to worry about anything else. But if you sit down and you rewatch this call, for example, and you ask yourself, is this deep desire coming from my heart or from the programming of my mind and the ego? Because if it is coming from your ego, you will know that there's a disconnect there. You know that for some reason you don't really want that. It's not going to fulfill you. I want to tell you something really, really important. So we already talked about this desire directs your attentions on the things that you want. So let's talk about fulfillment. So this is a mighty truth for us to understand. Nothing that you manifest will bring you lasting happiness. I tell you this secret of where true happiness comes from. True happiness comes from the realization of this power that you have. So what this means is true happiness is not so much about manifesting things and bringing them into your outer reality. It's about realizing how powerful you are. Like, wow, if you commit to visualizing your desires as God within you, you will see those exact pictures manifested in your world. And you might think that you get happy and fulfilled because you manifested that. But you just get happier because you're expressing more of your God dominion, your God power, your God wisdom. And that is the true journey. It's not about the physical reality, but just feeling that power every day, deeper and deeper. You're a master. That's what I really mean by manifesting as a master. And so that is a beautiful realization to have because when you have that, you find yourself smiling and maybe even crying. The manifestation that you're doing, it hasn't even showed up in the physical, but you already know that it's there and that it's coming and that you have the power. I'm feeling a deep calling to integrate this deeply into my own work because this gives you the power to transcend limitations, the power to be free, the power to attract anything you want. So it's a perfect combination. I know that we're all on a journey to make more money, more wealth. Is that really going to make you happy? I'm all about creating insane money and abundance. I'm on that journey with you. I'm doing it every single day. But what really makes me happy, if I'm being honest with you, is to develop more of my powers and to keep manifesting constructive things for people, for me, for us. I want you to know this formula. You need all of them to manifest like a master. You need attention, desire, belief. Let's talk about belief. Do a self-analysis because one of the first rules of manifestation is you can't manifest what you don't believe. If you don't believe a thing, it cannot come into your reality. This is where you need to analyze yourself. What are the programs that I have? I can tell you the inner critic that you have, that we have until a certain point, it's the number one roadblock to your manifestations because the inner critic infuses this inner doubt, this fear, this criticism. And I want you to know that it is possible to live without an inner critic. As you go deeper into this work, you can reach a point where you rewire this inner critic and completely remove it. One of the biggest breakthroughs or shocks in my own work. And it's been amazing. In order to increase your belief, you need to release the programs of unworthiness. I've worked with a lot of advanced people spiritually, holistically, all levels. And even the advanced, you'll realize there's lingering doubts and fears, limitations that you've placed on yourself by allowing your inner critic to rule you. We need to commit to doing this work. It could be a perfect bridge to understand this directly links with your reality. If you want to create the reality of your dreams, you need to do some profound, deep inner work. As long as you find the right tools. But this is how belief turns into reality. So we need to believe that something is possible, right? And the best way that I've found of doing that is by releasing the layers of your inner critic. Okay? So then we're reaching a beautiful point in our journey, expectation. This is linked with attention, right? If your inner critic hijacks your mind, your thoughts, and your feelings, where do you think your attention is? Again, everything is directed to your attention. If you have thoughts and feelings that keep your attention fixed to those thoughts and feelings, you go deeper into that. And because the power of God is flowing with you, that will seek expression in your life. Right? We've all had this shocking moment where what we fear the most became a reality. That's proof that you have the faculties to create anything. So if you can create the things that you fear, you can also create the things that you want and that you love. Right? And a prerequisite for you to getting what you want is expecting it. If you don't expect something to happen, you can't get it. We need to consciously and unconsciously train ourselves to expect good things, to expect us being lucky, to expect meeting the person that we want to meet, to expect that payment or that money or that client coming in. We need to really brainwash ourselves into expecting God's blessings and good things into our lives. So this is incredibly important, this mind map. Okay, we have attention, belief, desire, and expectation. And this is what I see. Maybe you've known all of this. This is the missing piece that no one is talking about in manifestation space or reality creation. How are you manifesting? What is your identity when you are visualizing? Because that's what you need to do. You can't just manifest out of thin air. You need to quiet your mind and feel that reality. You need to be grateful that's already yours, right? So this is the most important step, because if you are not manifesting as your God self, you're manifesting as your personality. And that inherently has limitations. I'm sure most of us, probably until now, I realized this, I was trying to manifest as my personality. And so that's why I still felt a lot of blocks and limitations. One of the best ways to transcend the inner critic and feel your omnipresent power and limitless ability to manifest is to realize what we guided you through in this call. You are the son and daughter of God. If you have any programming from religion, you need to put that away. It's not serving you. Any programming from your parents of like, oh, I shouldn't have this power, blah, 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 that isn't serving you. So we need to realize on a very deep level, I'm just speaking to you plain and simple, that's the truth. We need to realize our true nature. Because when you realize your true nature, you realize that it is your birthright to desire and expand infinitely in attracting limitless wealth, money, and freedom. The gap between our goals in money and where you are, the only reason that hasn't manifested right now is in equal proportions of how much you accept your God identity, God within you. The gap between your goals and your current reality is in direct proportion of how much you are accepting your true identity. This is your true identity. I'm not telling you, go wear a mask and be somebody else. Contemplate deeply on this. This is your true desire. This is your true birthright. And how do we do that on a practical application? I felt that my power in manifesting has 10x since I've started doing this, and it takes practice. But what you do is you need to realize that when you're seeing your picture or feeling it, you need to realize that God is acting through you. That energy is God in action in you. You're not manifesting as your personality. The pure energy of God, which is connected to you, is in unity with you, and you're manifesting in that moment. So when I see the picture, I place my focus, my attention here. Attention directs energy, and I place it at the crown, and I call in the God energy within me. And when I visualize, I feel so much power. I need to be conscious that God is acting in me, because any constructive desire within me is God within you. Any constructive desire that you have is God in you. And when I'm manifesting, the energy of God is flowing into that, not me. My true self is God. That is the secret. You now intellectually know it. I need you to feel it and be it. I need you to take it into practice ASAP. So that that concludes this amazing masterclass. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I've started to open up free sessions of pure value if you need support one-on-one capacity to gain clarity and release these blocks, your manifestations. I want to connect with you on a deeper level. So I would love to invite you to these sessions that are self-empowered for you. And yeah, I'll open up 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to serving you there. It's going to be really exciting. That's my invitation, my gift to you. I hope that this really serves you. This is, more than 5 years distilled in a little map. If you use this map, you're going to become a master manifester. So yeah, I want to serve you at my highest capacity. Go enjoy the day. Go enjoy this energy. Don't forget everything that you felt, that you learned on today's call. Don't allow that personality to come back. You're worth it. Much love. We'll connect soon.